Okay, I'm as closing government will respond to the video from the opening opposition about this House believes that feminist movement should aggressively oppose the K-pop industry. I totally disagree with argument of the opening opposition because now the feminism movement, especially in Indonesia, must be upheld, like our hero Radha Kartini, who has fought for women's rights regarding gender equality and the right to education. And now, in recent years, South Korea has begun to dominate the music world with many music groups here in after known as the Korean pop or K-pop. This row of girl bands and boy bands from the ginseng countries such as Blackpink, Red Velvet, Twice, G-Friend, G-Idol, EXO, BTS, and others are increasingly skyrocketing in Asian countries and even America and Europe. We all know that apart from being famous for their easy listening music, they are also famous for their good-looking faces. South Korea does have a pretty high standard of beauty, especially in South Korea. People are usually said to be beautiful if they have criteria for a symmetrical face shape, up to a nose that fits the face, small and thin lips, and a V-shaped chin. Don't forget the thin body shape, white skin, and one of the most important is to have eyelids. In face, many people there are willing to spend up to tens of millions of money to doing plastic surgery. This high standard of beauty often has a bad impact on some people there. People who do not think they are beautiful often feel inferior and insecure. Even people who are considered not to meet their beauty standards are always the subject of bullying. I really appreciate the feminist movement for vehemently rejecting the existence of the K-pop industry because it is very toxic. According to medical terms, if dose is consumed in excess, it will cause toxicity. It is the same with us, especially women. If we are too much in presenting K-pop culture and think that beauty must be like Korean, skin white, slim people, which if we don't meet the standard beauty, then we are considered not beautiful. For example, a woman who already has a boyfriend, he wants his girlfriend to be beautiful like Lisa Blackpink or Jihyun Twice, then showed off on social media and received criticism from netizens who judge the woman for not being as beautiful as Lisa Blackpink. It will make us feel more insecure or inferior and will actually make us depressed and eventually commit suicide because we cannot withstand netizen criticism. Suicide cases are 90%. For example, Suli ex-member FX who committed suicide due to depression when reading netizen comments. Then Chinese ex-member Jung Hyun experienced the same thing, and so on. The conclusion is that the feminist movement exists because its goal is to uphold women's rights. And regarding the K-pop industry, I prefer to love our own culture and love yourself. Thank you. Okay, I will respond to the video from the opening government about this house belief that the feminist movement should be aggressively opposed to the K-pop industry. Okay, K-pop K-pop is now considered a worldwide phenomenon, and no one can deny the influence and the power of their audience. With feminism still being considered as something that taboo in a country like South Korea. Feminism was created to correct the gender imbalance that has occurred since ancient times when women were not considered as full as fellow human being and did not get the same rights. Feminism. Feminism was created for women who want to be better than all the injustice that exists. And feminism should not be rejected aggressively because it is their own right, and to decide to follow the fashion style or even make their makeup look like them. From a social point of view, I think it doesn't matter because they have their own identity, and not everyone in this world like people. So it doesn't need to be aggressively rejected. Because K-pop is not only about bands like Blackpink or BTS or about makeup, beauty blogger, but K-pop also puts forward the achievement they have. For example, the Blackpink album, they have successful work, uh, work on the international scene. And and for those who may be shy, liking the K-pop industry is a useful thing because they can imitate what their idols do. Of course, positive things such as their confidence performing in stage. And if you see the people who like K-pop, they imitate everything in K-pop. For those who like the dance, they can imitate the movement, and I think it is useful for them to learn dance. Maybe one day they will become professional dancer, and of course they will get income from the dancer. And even though the feminist movement has existed for a long time, gender-based injustice is still happening today. Yes, some women are now able to access the world of education and pursue career, but are they already in the ideal position and already studying equivalent to men? Because if it be rejected, this is can make a problem more. Like there are some sectors that are still completely fair to women. First is stigma, second is education, and third is economy. Let me discuss about first is stigma. Social norms that are built in society beside creating an unfair distribution or social rules for women. Also give a stigma that women are weak and emotional creatures. Therefore, society then assume that women do not deserve to be in public spare let allowed a copy strategic position both in the government and private structure. And education. In families and community that still adhere to gender norms that are unfair to women. They think that education for women is not important because according to them, women who are married will stay at home taking care of their family. Moreover, the National Science Foundation survey in the 2000 and then under 2014 range, as published on Tirto, showed that there were 7,200 women and 100 men who received doctoral degree. Thus, in the role of women who can teach in higher education is still needed. Then third is economy. In gender inequality social norms, the role of married woman in the family is a housewife and is not obligated to earn a living. At the end, the social norms make women economically dependent on men or husband. The impact of standardizing gender roles apply in the world of works, where women's wages are lower than men's wage. In 2015, the average wage of female worker was 1 million, 1 million rupiah, while of male worker was uh, 1 million rupiah. It is the same. Although the wage gap between gender continues to be slight, an overage female worker still earn 30% lower wage than men. This happened besides women being seen the second human being after men, and also because though women were not the main breadwinner, they only helped. Okay, thank you.